What's up, guys? I'm Jed Abendroth, and this is Big Man Fitness. Alright, don't forget to reach on down here, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and give this video a big thumbs up. Always helps with the channel. And speaking of helping with the channel, don't forget to share this on Facebook, Twitter, through email. Share it to your friends, your family, people that may find it informative or at least entertaining. Help my channel out if you don't mind, and help me bring more and more videos to you. Now, before we get started, I do want to go through a disclaimer. I'm doing this video because it's very interesting. The material I found is very interesting, and I'll drop a link in the two videos. I'm splitting it into two videos on where I found this information. Again, the disclaimer is, as always, moderation. I just want to say I'm not telling you to go out and do all this stuff. I'm just saying there's new evidence that suggests otherwise previously known, well, things about what I'm about to talk about. Ugh. Alright. I'm going to go over some food myths that are starting to become debunked. Debunked, thrown out, and possibly, though somewhat true, not completely true. So, first one I'm going to go over, fried foods. Now, as we all know, fried foods are, well, they're just not great for you. It's all the fats, the grease, when we think fried foods, we tend to think, well, fast food. Or, right now I got the fair going on near me, so fair food. That's the kind of food that we think about when we're thinking, well, fried food. What if I told you your body actually does pretty good, well, taking in certain vitamins with, well, fried foods, and that in moderation, fried foods aren't necessarily completely horrible, but could also help you in the long term. So the fried foods, as long as we're using things not quite like butter and canola oil, but things with a higher smoke temperature, and we're not reusing the oils like fast food does, well, and again, I'm gonna push, do this at home. Don't go somewhere expecting them to do this for you. You can, well, keep it somewhat healthy. Certain vitamins, A, D, E, and K, are absorbed better by the body with the fats that are found in frying. So, not necessarily a horrible thing, but the idea is you don't want to reuse oils. You don't want to get it up to that smoked level because, well, once your oil starts kind of smoking, you're changing the chemical build of not just the oil, but the food that you're putting in the oil. So you do want a higher temperature oil, and then, of course, stay below that threshold and cook whatever it is that you are cooking, well, to get a better food without going too heavy on the fried foods. Again, this is all in moderation. And it's the fats, again, in the fried food that, well, helps us absorb certain things. Speaking of fats, trans fats are a food that the myth has always been trans fats are bad. And the reason they're bad, well, they're not commonly found in nature. In fact, it's the processing of processed foods that creates trans fats. You see, when they're making cheese or they're making certain products, one of the byproducts that gets stuck in the processed foods are the trans fats. And we've heard for years now, decades, you want to stay away from trans fats. I remember this being real big in the 90s growing up. And of course, it's still big now. What you may not know is that trans fats, just like your oils, again, help you absorb certain like minerals, certain vitamins into the body a lot easier, but it also Ready for this one? This is the shocker. Can be heart healthy, help you fight obesity in moderation. You start going too much into it, well, now you're just helping obesity. But it could also have, and they're doing lots of studies on this, cancer fighting roles. Or you're probably asking yourself, how can trans fat do all this? Well, trans fats, again, not commonly found in nature, but doesn't mean it's completely and utterly horrible for you. It's still not great for you, but every now and again, it helps. One, it helps with heart health. Two, it can help you, like helping the heart, have like kind of fat fighting properties to it. Help you lose weight. And the third, but the biggest, that something in trans fats can actually help destroy or keep cancer from ever developing to begin with. Pretty big deal if you ask me. Trans fats and cooking oils. The third one. This is one that when I read this made me so happy. Brown rice, guys. Everybody loves their brown rice. It's packed full of protein and fiber, and not necessarily. Yes, brown rice is better than white rice for protein, for fiber, but marginally. You're better off getting your protein from other sources. You're better off getting your fiber from other sources. So really, white rice is a very good substitute for brown rice. This is one that made me super happy. I hate the taste of brown rice. I've tried it so many times. And I have actually just been like, you know what? I'm going to go with white rice to get the carbs in, even though I'm not getting the protein and the fiber. But then when I found out that the differences are really marginal, so small, well, why would I put myself through eating brown rice, which is the one thing I just could not get over eating, and really just kind of, I don't know, it wasn't for me. Oatmeal, fell in love with it. Other foods, fell in love with it. Brussels sprouts and asparagus will never happen. Don't try. At least, for me. But to find out that white rice, the one thing I was like, you know what, I can't do brown rice. I'm a substitute for white rice. I know it's not as good. To find out that, well, actually, it's not much worse, or not better, but not much worse than brown rice. That blew my mind. So, trans fats. Not horrible as we thought, but not necessarily the greatest thing in the world. But in moderation, you can have some because there are those added benefits. Same with, well, frying. The fats in the frying, oils that we fry with. Well, again, not the greatest thing, but if you're doing it at home, you're really monitoring what you're using. Again, try to stay away from the butter, the canola oil, the low temperature smoke oil. And you want to go with that higher temperature oil that has a higher temperature smoke so that you get a good clean, and you're only using your oil once or twice. And if you're like me, you're only using it the one time that you're cooking, and then, you're throwing it out. Next time you go to do it, you're going to use brand new. Not too bad for you. And of course, brown rice is not much better than white rice, and white rice is not much worse than brown rice. That's one I'm going to keep for me. You guys do with it as you will. But I love that. So I'll be sticking with my white rice. Well, from now on. Alright guys, well, you know the drill. Reach on down here, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and give this video a big thumbs up. Always helps with the channel. If you're new to the channel, then please go check out all my other videos. I got a couple years worth of videos out that you can go check out. Please subscribe to the channel. Always got new content coming out every week. And it may be something you're really interested in, or I may be covering something you're really interested in, or I may have already covered something you're really interested in. So please go check it out. Let me know what you guys think. You can always find me on Facebook, Jedediah Raymond the Abendroth. From there, I can lead you to the BMF group that I've made for this channel. And every Sunday. When the new video comes out, I put a link to it on my Facebook and in the Facebook group, just so it's easier for people to find, especially if they haven't subscribed yet. But to help get my video out there for those that may really want to see them. You can also always reach me on Instagram and on Twitter at JedFDK. Again, the Facebook group, Twitter, Instagram, reach out to me. I'm always happy to hear from you guys, and well, we can continue the conversation from there. If for any reason you don't feel comfortable reaching out to me on any of these platforms, then please send me an email, bmfjed@gmail.com. I always answer within a couple hours, if not right away, depending on how in-depth we're going to get with our conversation. And I love conversating with you guys, so please send me those emails. Alright guys, so that's what I had for you this week. Again, trying to shorten it up. My last video was a little long in the tooth, so I'm making this one a two-parter. And so next week, the second part of this video come out. I got a couple more food myths that boom, it's going to blow your mind. Alright guys, well, have a good week. Stay fit, stay healthy. See you next week. Peace.